You might want to keep the lights on for this one. Presented as collected in the first hours of 2026, these are 5 ordinary places, ordinary cameras, ordinary nights, where something in the frame refuses to fit the comfortable explanations we reach for. I'll describe what the cameras show, offer the mundane possibilities, then point out the behavior that makes you pause. If you have footage like this, send it to email. Stay with me. 5. An unnamed playhouse in London. A narrow backstage corridor piled with costume racks and mannequin heads, ropes looped over hooks, the hush of a theater between shows. The security cam is low-res, infrared gray, tilted down the hall. At first, it's the sound that cuts through. A sudden metal clack, a door slams somewhere off-screen, and the camera shudders as if the whole building exhaled. Then, the mannequins begin to fall. One by one, they teeter and topple. Not a chaotic tumble, but a deliberate sequence. A head angles, another rocks, a torso swings free, each impact answered by a hollow thump that echoes down the corridor. Plausible causes line up: a draft funneled by stage doors, a loose rigging wire giving way, a startled stagehand or prank after hours. In dim backstage spaces, things can chain. One fall nudges another, ropes snag, wind finds a corridor like a throat. But what settles in the mind is the rhythm. The drops don't happen all at once. They wait, then start, then keep a steady beat as if someone were pacing out a cadence. The camera's perspective doesn't show a person closing the distance or hands at the necks of the forms. That timing, this almost metronomic unfolding, resists a clean, single-motion explanation. You watch the screen and expect to find the push. The push never appears. If that felt eerie, hold tight. This isn't the strangest thing yet. 4. An unnamed street camera captures the edge of a sidewalk where a shadowed shape enters the frame near a lamppost. It's not a clear silhouette. It's more like a smudge that breathes. As it moves, the form wobbles, stretches, and then seems to sink into the pavement as if the world beneath it had softened. The motion is wrong for walking. No heel-to-toe cadence, no arm swing, no step continuity. Instead, the lower half warps, elongates, then pulls downward, leaving a residual smear on the frame before smoothing out as though a film strip had been run slowly. There are technical answers. Compression artifacts can blur motion into smeared shapes, low light sensors can misrender fast movement, and infrared cameras can pick up insects or droplets that momentarily bloom into ghostly patches. Yet the shape interacts with hard edges in the scene, the curb, a puddle reflection, without the jitter or pixel breaking you'd expect from a pure codec glitch. It changes form in a way that suggests deformation rather than simply loss of data.
The unsettling question is this: whatever it is, it behaves with contour and intent, occupying space in a way that pure noise usually does not. 3. An unnamed couple's ring camera records nights of rising tension at a small outbuilding, a shed attached to the backyard of their house, and a weathered barn beyond it. The early clips are household disturbances. An attic hatch bangs, a shed door swings as if pushed from the inside, a tarp snaps against a post. You can hear the couple's voices at a distance, hushed and anxious. Later, on a different night, the barn's loft window frames a face-like shape. It's a dark oval where light should be. When the camera's infrared hits it, the area seems to swallow the glow. Where light normally bounces back, this patch absorbs and leaves the surrounding wood outlined by a thin halo of reflected brightness. Animals, clumsy wildlife, or shifting fabrics can create startling silhouettes in low light. A loose sheet or an overhanging curtain can make a hole appear where there is none. Even an exposed hole in the barn could look like a void under certain angles. Those are reasonable starts. But the couple's audible fear across multiple nights matters. Their reaction grounds the footage in lived experience rather than a single accidental frame. More than that, the void at the loft window behaves as if it rejects photons. Light comes to the edge and stops, failing to scatter back. Cameras can be coaxed into odd contrast, but the emotional weight here is not just the image, it's the persistence. This shape reappears in different frames at different times, and each time the space around it seems colder in tone. It's the kind of image that lingers when you turn the monitor off. 2. A suburban street cam catches floating lights, small, luminous orbs drifting low over a lawn and then rising as if buoyed by an invisible current. The clips come courtesy of an uploader known online as Big Dave. One outdoor clip shows several orbs moving with non-random patterns, clustering and then splitting apart. Another clip taken inside the family's living room shows a thin silhouette sliding behind the couch and vanishing where there is no hallway. Orbs prompt immediate explanations. Dust motes close to the lens reflecting infrared, tiny insects caught by late-night porch lighting, raindrops, or lens flare. Those can account for spherical, jittery points of light that dance in front of a sensor. The orbs in Big Dave's outdoor clip, however, display moments of cohesion. 2 orbs trail each other like synchronized swimmers, then pause in near-perfect alignment before dispersing. That little choreography is what complicates the simple dust hypothesis. The interior clip returns the unease. A shadow that should correspond to someone passing through a room appears impossibly thin and moves with a deliberate slowness, hugging the back of the couch and vanishing into the wall.
It might be a passing car's light cast through a slatted blind, a toy on a remote, or a reflection from a television screen. But the family's sudden silence online, less posting, fewer updates, adds a human note of concern. It's not proof, it's context. The lack of chatter becomes an extra small, quiet thing that feels important when you replay that thin figure. 1. A final shorter clip brings the pattern together. Ordinary cameras, ordinary nights, ordinary lives punctured by moments that refuse to settle into comfortable explanations. Across these 5 frames, the cascading mannequins, the osmotic silhouette, the barn's lightless vase, the clustering orbs, the thin interior shadow, there is an attribute that recurs. Each image offers a plausible technical cause, someone to blame for the mischief of night, a draft, a compression error, an insect, a wayward reflection. But layered on top of those plausible causes is a property that technology and randomness don't usually account for, the sense of timing, of rhythm, of behavior that hints at intention or pattern. That gap between explanation and image is the real chill. It's one thing to see a glitch and move on. It's another to watch a frame that seems to respond to or anticipate something just outside your understanding. Cameras record light and motion, but they rarely capture the way a space feels when the rest of the house goes quiet and something in the dark keeps its own time. Before I close, a clear word. Do not go looking for answers in person. Do not trespass, confront, or enter private property because a camera shows something unsettling. If you have footage, submit it safely and legally. Don't put yourself or others at risk trying to recreate a frame. Watching these at home is the right way to engage. You might want to keep the lights on for this one. If this collection unsettled you, if a single frame keeps replaying in the quiet hours, like and subscribe, and tell us in the comments which clip kept you up at night.